Nice seeing my backside, isn't it? Right, let's give it a minute or two. Hello Ian, hello Fan Living. Should put these out, but I can't be bothered. Actually, I need to take that food out. Oh. Well, hasn't time flown quickly, guys? Hello, Whispers of Heaven. Whispers of Heaven. I think I know who that is. Whispers of Heaven. Yep, not seen you for a while. Hello, how you doing? Right, so right, so starting next week, I'll be getting back to doing a couple of the paranormal streams again. I've taken nearly 2 weeks off, which I needed. Now, I was going to start off with that gypsy doll that I got from the charity shop, so I thought that something possibly might be attached to her, but I'm going to hold back on that one. I'm going to start with some of the dolls that Rose sent me. Hey, ODS, Aaron, Claire. So I'm going to start with some of the dolls that Rose sent me. Now, I just did a live stream on my other channel here. And I said I'm going to come over and do a quick update, probably. You know what I'm like when I talk, I start talking. And then know when to shut the hell up sometimes, you know, and that's the way I am, you know. Sometimes I can be amusing, funny, entertaining. Sometimes I can be boring as shit, you know. That's me, you know. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in, really. Sometimes I just don't know when to shut the hell up. But some people like listening to me blab on. But on me other channel just now, I was just saying, like, earlier today, you know, I got home and I felt a kind of itchiness on my shoulder. I thought, now, you know, it's not long since I cut my nails, and like, normally when you cut your nails, they're not sharp, are they? Yeah, so my nails ain't sharp, you know. Not that I can see that they're sharp, because you know, my nails are like that. Sometimes I even chew my nails if I don't bite them. Now I'm sitting here, and you know, my shoulder's really kind of like sore. I'm thinking, what the hell's that? And I kind of like put my hand down, and I can feel like marks on my shoulder. I'll get the damn thing off now. Now I can't say if that's self-inflicted. I might scratch myself, you know, after I cut my nails. I don't know, but you know, that is 4 scratches there. 3 I would be concerned about because that's them right, but 4, there ain't no other marks down there that I can see. So is that kind of saying, hey, you know, we're getting active now. We want you to come and start talking to us. We're going to fuck around with you now, you know, so you can actually get ready to talk to us. Well, I don't know. All right. you know, there has been times when I've sat here before. You know, you see with my hands either like down on my chest, on my legs, or you know, if I'm doing a Ouija board or something like that, and I've said, "Ow," you know, feels like I've just been scratched, and suddenly you see like a scratch mark appear, or it might be a few minutes before it actually does appear. Yeah. So, there's one scratch mark here which I had a little while ago. Don't even see it. Where has it gone? Right here. Don't even see that. It's hard to. It's right here. So that's actually left a scar, like a indentation of a scar. Now, you know, my arms do get a little bit itchy, but around this big side, you know, I've got like psoriasis on my arm, but I ain't got nothing on my back. So I'm thinking, well, how the hell did those scratches get there? Were they done by a spirit, which is a possibility, or did I do it myself? You know, because I could probably scratch myself now, and you know, I'm not causing no blood or nothing like that. So you know, it could be paranormal. I'm not saying it's paranormal. Possibly, I don't know. But I did say to you guys, I'm taking 2 weeks off. It's nearly 2 weeks over and done with. Starting probably Tuesday, I'm going to be doing a doll session with one of the dolls from what Rose sent me. Now, I don't know what one. I probably might start off with the doll that messes with animals. And when I do that, I'm going to have to put the cat in the hallway because I don't want to, like, again, fucked around with by any like kind of negative spirit that may be attached to that doll. No, it's just hearsay information. As I said, like, you know, if Rose had activity from those dolls, then fair enough. But you know, when someone says, "Well, like this doll has come from a house where, you know, it's caused harm to animals," no, Rose doesn't have animals, so you know, she was okay that no animal was harmed in there. Now, so, you know, I've had the trolls come in and say, "Oh, I'm going to report you. You're going to get your cat affected by a ghost." Yeah, they're just going to turn around and laugh at you on the phone and put the phone down thinking that you're some kind of kook. Now, when people tell you a story about a spirit attached to a doll and the doll has been known to do things, to me, that's just hearsay information. It doesn't prove a thing. It'll only prove it to me when things start happening. Now, all the dolls that Rose sent me are still in the box in the living room. They've not got out since that time I showed you on the stream when I got the box through the post. But, you know, the box isn't sealed. It's just like folded back and that's it. You know, if any spirits around want to come out, they can get through like those little gaps in the box. If they can travel through doors, windows, you know, they can get through a little gap easily. Now, the cat's been okay. You know, the cat's been a normal self. She's been laying down near the door more because there's probably like a little draft coming through the front door from the hallway because the hallway window's always open, especially in this hot weather now. And it's probably causing a bit more draft coming through, and she's laying there because of that draft. She still runs around time to time like she normally does, but, you know, she seems healthy enough. She's not been sick. She's eating, she's drinking. She's being herself, Tammy, you know, kind of thing. So when I get this so-called doll out, that's supposed to be an evil spirit that doesn't like animals, especially cats, I'm going to put her in the hallway just to be on the safe side, you know. Now, it doesn't mean, like, you know, even when I bring the doll out, the spirit can't go through the door and harm her, you know. I'll probably do a quick prayer over the cat, actually, before I take her out, you know, just like do a quick protection prayer on her. Just, you know, kind of like peace of mind, and I'll probably do that live on stream if I do anything with that doll. Now, I'm not sure what doll it is. I can't remember. It's the blonde-haired one, like Rose said, I think it was. Or it might be the one with that no eyes. I can't remember. if Rose is on doing a stream one day before I get to do my one, I'll send her a quick chat message and, you know, confirm. I think she said it was that blonde one, actually. They're supposed to be like, a spirit that don't like animals. Now, you know, even when I do anything with, you know, this particular doll, it doesn't mean that, you know, it's going to give us any kind of like interaction. You know, it might just be a plain old doll. It could be a story put behind the doll just to make it more of a possible believer and more of a seller. You know, it's like I found Ford. I went out metal detecting over the River Thames today, yeah. All right. I didn't find much metal detecting because there's just too much iron, and I couldn't get my metal detector to stop picking up iron. Why, I don't know. It's something to do with the settings, and I can't get the settings right. But I found 4 bottles. We're going to quickly show you these 4 bottles here. I'm going to start off with the 2 smallest ones, which are these ones, yeah. All right. Those 2. And those 2. So you've got 4 bottles I found on the River Thames today, which I brought one with me. I've just washed my hands as well. So they are all 4 different sizes, right? Right. Let's say, right, this one is a cork bottle because it's got a cork in it still, and it had liquid in there when I picked it up. I took the cork out and emptied it and washed it out on the river. Now, if I was someone who wanted to make a fast buck in a paranormal, right, I could say, right, well, this bottle, although it hasn't got the marking on it, could have been a poison bottle, and it was used to poison people. And I believe that one of those persons that was poisoned is attached to this bottle. You know, it's a story behind the bottle. The bottle come from some kind of like well-known pharmacist in London. Hey, Jack the Ripper might have even used this to, like, you know, put that kind of like, what's that stuff they put on a cloth and put around your mouth to, like, you know, like make you unconscious. Hey, I could turn around and say, well, Jack the Ripper used this towards his murders. You know, but without proof, without that, what's that word I'm trying to think? There's so many words I keep thinking. Authenticity, certificate saying that that belonged to Jack the Ripper. That's just a story behind a bottle. You know, you see what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, anyone could turn around and say, well, that doll, you know, moved. The bottle moved. You know, anything moves. Well, anything can move with a slight vibration. Even the doll can move if there's vibration around it. Now, you could have a fucking great big juggernaut, you know, a 50-ton lorry go past your house, and it makes your house slightly vibrate. You might not feel it, but it might be felt in the other part of the room where the doll is. And, like, you know, someone's walking past and see the doll suddenly move slightly, you know, you're thinking the doll's haunted. Chloroform, thank you for Whispers for that. Chloroform. So I could turn around and say, well, this was like, you know, this was full of chloroform and it was like used by Jack the Ripper. And like this helped Jack the Ripper to kill like 10, 20 people, you know, kind of thing. And like, you know, I believe that 1 or 2 of the people who he died and chopped to pieces is attached to this bottle. And like, I could even, like, I'm not going to, but it's just like, you know, what I'm trying to say. Some people would go out and manipulate you by making some kind of phony certificate, put a phony story behind it, and make it look like, yeah, this bottle was used by Jack the Ripper. And with that authenticity and that story behind it, people might pay hundreds of pounds for that. Like, you know, with dolls, how many dolls you've seen on eBay going for extraordinary amount of money? How about the divot boxes? There's divot boxes on eBay which are listed in Pakistani for like 2 to 3, even £4,000. Now, to me, that's just the story behind the divot box. Now, unless there's proof that that divot box or this bottle has any kind of activity attached to it, it's just a story to me. Now, if I've got the K2 meter, and let's say if this was on eBay, and I thought, I've got to get that bottle. That was used by Jack the Ripper, and they saying like, there's spirits attached to it. Hello, Hyde. I'm gonna, if I had the money, I'd buy it, yeah. Because I want to get haunted items. And if I was like a rich fucking millionaire or something, and this was going up to like £5,000, and I wanted it, I'd buy it, But I probably would have been like scammed out of £5,000 because it's a fake story. But some people can put so much information in a story that it's misleading and makes you believe in that story. So let's say like, I believe in that story that this might have been used by Jack the Ripper. And I've bought it off eBay. I'm going, right, okay, I'm a paranormal investigator. I want to see if there's anything attached to it. I'll put a K2 meter near it. Now, you see, it's just a plain bottle. But what happened if that started going crazy just now? The K2 was going crazy, and would stop. Does that mean that there's still a spirit attached to it from one of Jack the Ripper's victims? Or is there something that may have made that bottle somehow magnetized? It's got some kind of like EMF attached to it, whether it being a spirit or not, that's making the K2 meter off, making the K2 meter go off. Now, I've got 4 bottles. Now, I could turn around and say to you, which I'm not, because I'm not a dishonest person. I could turn around and say to you, like, I've got these bottles from the most haunted part of the River Thames. Well, just think how many people died in the River Thames. How many people used these bottles? Just for this one bottle, it took someone time and energy to create a bottle, either by hand or by machine. They still had to like melt the glass, put the glass into the furnace, empty the furnace into the mold into like a bottle shape. Then after the bottle had been produced, someone had to handle that bottle. Then when that bottle was finished with, it got sent out to a part of the UK to some kind of like store, and the store owner picked it up, put it on the shelf, priced it up, whatever, left on the shelf, and then someone comes in a few days or a few weeks later and picks that bottle up, and that's another energy attached to the bottle. So, every item, doll, radio, even a mobile phone, it's got different energies, because like even the actual seller of the phone will get it out and show you the phone and show you how to operate it. So he's passing his energy onto that phone. But it's just like, it's not spiritual energy, it's living people's energy. So I'm actually passing energy onto that bottle right now. You see what I mean? But it don't mean that it's haunted. And I don't, I'm not being funny with Rose. I love Rose. She's like, a really great person. She's like a sister to me. She's like a sister. I've got 3 sisters, but she's like a 4th sister, and she don't have to send me stuff. And I know that she knows the way I feel about some of her stuff. She buys them, believing that they're haunted, and maybe she does get stuff off them. K2 meters going off. But when she sends them to me, it don't mean that the spirit is still attached to that item. They can release themselves from any item they want to. So if that doll, the blonde doll, gave Rose activity, all right, that spirit is going to know that she's going to be sent here. Now, is that spirit going to stay attached to the doll and, knows it's going to be sent to me, or is it going to detach itself and attach itself to something else in Rose's house? motorbikes. Hello, Laurie. Hello, Claire. Hello, everyone who's watching. Sorry, I haven't said your name. So, like, it's just a story behind anything, And if the story turns out to be true, you don't have to have that certificate of authenticity. Someone might just say, well, like, yeah, that bottle had poison in it, and that was used to kill people, and a spirit attached itself to it because it was angry that it was poisoned by this bottle, and it attached itself, and it's going to give hell to anyone who picks that bottle up. You see what I mean? You see what I'm trying to get at? No, because it's got a story behind any kind of so-called haunting thing, it doesn't mean it's true or not. The story might kind of seem in one way believable, and maybe, like, let's say that the story behind is supposed to be true, yeah, and the K2 meter is going crazy, right? Let's pretend the K2 meter is going completely bonkers, which it isn't. Even if I shake it doesn't go off. But let's say the K2 meter suddenly goes crazy, yeah, and I'm actually in contact with whatever spirit's attached to the bottle, and I'm saying, what's this bottle used as, like, towards poisoning people? And somehow the spirit comes through either the ghost box or an EVP or the Ouija board, said no, it wasn't used to murder people. It is a bottle in my collection that I adored, so I attached my spirit to it. So it's a completely different story, isn't it? Now, that story could be true, it could be false. The spirit might be lying, saying, well, no, it wasn't used, when it was used to murder people. So you're going to get spirits that are going to be honest with you, and you're going to get spirits that are going to lie to you, manipulate you, whatever. So when we get onto the dolls again, first one I'm going to do is the blonde hair doll, which is supposed to be the one that harms animals. And when I do it, I'll do a quick prayer over the cat, chuck her in the hallway. Well, not actually physically chuck her, but put her in the hallway. And we're going to do the ghost box, EVP. We'll even do a Ouija board and see what we get from it. Now, with those scratches on my back, I don't know how they appeared. I could have, like, scratched myself, after cutting my nails, and didn't realise I scratched myself. Could have been that. Or it could be some kind of, like, spiritual communication to say, hey, we're getting ready. We wanted to talk to you. So next week, we're going to start with the paranormal again. I said to you, I'm going to take 2 weeks off. I've taken me 2 weeks off. It'll just be over 2 weeks when we start. It'll be Tuesday. Hopefully, we're going to start Tuesday. Unless something dramatic happens, like I suddenly go ill, or drop down dead, or some kind of important thing that happens and I won't be here to do it, then you'll know, because I won't be doing a stream. But hopefully we'll be doing a stream on Tuesday with the blonde doll that's supposed to be a spirit that don't like animals. that looks interesting. Black diamonds. Oh, yeah, that ring, right? Yeah. Oh, damn. No, I can't be bothered. That ring I found metal detecting. I've got a diamond tester here, and these are got. Oh no, it's not. No, where is it? I've got this ring here. Yeah. Now it's got about 5 or 6 little mini diamonds in there. Yeah, which ain't diamonds. They're fake crystals, glass, paste. And I've got a diamond tester here, and I've had it for a while. I've never used it. I found it the other day, and I tested this ring here, and all of these crystal paste diamonds wasn't going off, but one of them actually set the alarm off saying it was a diamond. So I'm just wondering if one of these are real diamonds in here. Ain't going to be worth shit, but, you know, one of them actually lit the light all the way up and bleeped. I'm thinking, wow, you know, maybe this was a diamond ring. And maybe that, you know, all the diamonds have come out, apart from one, and they just got it refilled with, like, cheap imitations. I don't know. So I'll just go on the top tip. So, you know, like, that ring, you know, I could turn around and say that ring came off a dead body. You know, someone was murdered for that ring. And the murderer, you know, killed someone for it. I think it's quite nice actually on my finger. Same with in better condition. But I could turn around and say, yeah, someone like saw it and like nabbed the person and killed him for the ring. And the guy started like running in panic and he dropped the ring. And, you know, the person who killed attached his like spiritual energy onto that ring. And whoever finds it, it's going to get, you know, paranormal activity. Ain't going to, because it ain't going to give me nothing. It's just a story made up. And if they can make a story to make you believe in that story, that's how they're going to make their money. Now, I'm not going to be stupid enough to say, well, that little bottle there was used, you know, to poison people. I'm going to put a story behind it and put a price tag up for like £100. Someone fool enough is going to believe that. No, I'm not doing that. I never do that. And, you know, people say, well, would you sell your dolls? Well, no, because the dolls are my little collection. And I don't really believe in selling dolls that have spiritual attachment to them because I don't want any kind of crazed, weird activity going to another person. I'd rather deal with it and keep them here and actually pass them on to someone who don't know nothing about, you know, haunted dolls. You know, I know that we've all got to learn somehow, and that's how I learned. You know, I saw a couple of people with dolls on their streams, and I thought, like, you know, this is crazy. You know, if they're getting like EMF, you know, readings on the K2 when they put it near a doll, they gain EVPs. You know, I had to get one. I've got over 130 now, more than that, because like Rose sent me like 20 down. Most of them are like little small miniature dolls, but you know, a couple of them are bigger dolls, and some are like freaky dolls. You know, kind of ones with those silly little smirks. You know, and I don't like those smirky ones. But I got two because Rose sent me two. Now they're supposed to be twins, and they can be very mischievous. So what I'm going to do is I will start off with the blonde one, and then we'll work along. I'm not going to be doing like 2, 3, 4, 5 dolls in each session. I'm going to do one at a time. And if we start getting activity, you know, the K2 meter starts going crazy. We're getting EMF. We're getting EVPs from the ghost box or from an actual EVP recorder, or we're getting something from the Ouija board. I will continue doing it, that doll, until I feel like enough is enough. So, you know, that doll we could be doing 2 or 3 times within a week or within a couple of weeks before I think, right, okay, you know, I think we've had enough activity or spiritual communication from it. Say thank you, put her down and move on to the next one. So that's what I've not done before. You know, I've not done, well, I think I've only ever done one doll where I've tried to communicate with her like 2 or 3 times in the week. And I think that's the evil little shitbag in the kitchen. And the story behind that, you know, that she killed 4 husbands. She killed her 2 children. She killed her maid, a butler. She had other boyfriends that she killed. She's supposed to have like done a child sacrificial with it, sacrificed a child. But, and we have had, like, crazy K2 meter hits on it. We've had, like, EVPs. But even, like, the story she's telling me, it's a story to me. Unless, like, there's a kind of, like, backup, like, confirmation from someone else saying, yeah, especially if it's from the original doll owner who sold it to us, or sold it to me. Well, actually, it wasn't bought. It was given to me as a gift by Gentee. So, unless the actual original doll owner who gave it to Jen, or whether Jen bought it and she got to know all the story about it, and she's not told me nothing, and I'm getting some of that kind of like information from the spirit doll, and Jen's sitting there thinking, wow, how the hell is he getting that? And she can actually turn around and confirm on what I'm getting from that spirit in that doll. And that's going to be kind of like, wow, crazy, because she can turn around and back me up on that. But she only going to back me up on something that she knows and she hasn't told me about. I've said things to people, where Abby's told me stuff, and people saying, well, how the hell does he know that? Oh, it's what spirits tell me. It's not what I'm telling you, it's what spirits tell me. So if a spirit is active, if a spirit is actively attached to a doll and it's giving me information, and the original doll owner can come forward and say, well, yeah, like, and being honest and say, well, yeah, that's like, what I was told, but I never said anything because I didn't want to scare you, or I just wanted to find out if you could pick that up. And that's going to be kind of, well, okay, great, wow. It's like, I'm hoping that, when I tell people stuff, they're not saying, yeah, making me like, kind of went, wow, well, how the hell did I know that kind of thing, That's crazy. I've just been told something and you're agreeing to it. You're confirming that. I'm just hoping that some of the people ain't just saying that to make me feel better, kind of thing. And make me look, a better kind of like paranormal investigator. So I'd rather someone turn around and say, no, what you've just told me doesn't match up at all, kind of thing. So you're wrong. And these spirits can be wrong. Some spirits will lie through their teeth and say, no, that's right, she's lying, this is what really happened. But unless there's any real confirmation, any kind of real background story that's documented, any kind of like newspaper article, then to me it's just a story. And they will use stories to sell things, to make money. And paranormal is a big seller. People will make a huge amount of money selling haunted stuff, whether being really haunted or barely haunted or in between. Hello, Leslie. Funny you saying that. I found a shy horse horseshoe the other day. Big bloody thing it is. A couple of people on Facebook said, oh, no, it's not a shy horse. But people who actually own shy horses said, no, that's a bloody shy horseshoe. It's quite big, actually. It's one of the biggest horseshoes I found. I don't want to bring it in because it's too rusty. And, like, when I did show it on my other channel, it's all falling on the floor, and I had to, like, clear all the floor up. So, I found a shy horseshoe metal detecting the other day. So funny you're saying that. And no, it ain't that one that came over and kicked you in the head, because it's still in the plastic bag in the kitchen. So, but if you feel like if you feel like a shy horse kicked you in the head, then, you know, that is a massive fucking shy horse. And yeah, I could probably feel how much pain it is. And also, funny enough, like, you know, the same day I found that shy horse, I was walking along Birmingham Lane. There is a bit of wasteland there, and I was hoping that there might have been someone around, because there's usually horses in there. And I walked up the side road, and I saw like this gate, and I was just going to walk up to this gate, and this great big brown horse standing there, really nice horse. I was actually talking to it. Hello, horsey, how are you doing? You having a nice day? I just, like, you know, talking to it like anyone would probably talk to an horse. And it came over, and I was stroking it. I was saying, "You're a nice horse, aren't you? Beautiful little sod." Well, it wasn't small. It's like a bloody fucking big. It wasn't like, you know, a shy horse. It's like a normal horse, you know, but a big horse. I'm stroking it, and like, you know, I said, "Oh, sorry, I ain't got nothing to eat. If I had something to eat, I'll give it to you. But I ain't got nothing to eat." And then it wasn't just one horse in there. It's probably about 4 horses I could see, but this one just came up to me, and, you know, you could see in its eyes going, I bet you're saying, "All right there, human. How you doing today? Thanks for coming and saying hello. Yeah, I'm all right, but I can't really talk human, so I'm going to be quiet." Well, anyway, cheers for coming on and stroking me on the nose, you know, and tapping me around the head, you know. Thanks very much on that, you know, I appreciate that. He's probably saying that in his mind, you know, because he can't talk human. He didn't go, "Ah." But yeah, it's a nice horse, nice brown horse. If I ever go out that way again, I'll probably, you know, try to buy some cheap apples and feed the horsey and try to take a video. The only thing is, though, I don't like really feeding horses, because, like, I'm too frightened in case they might grab your fingers and bite your fingers off, you know, kind of thing. I know they say, like, put the apple down flat on your hand, and then they just, like, take a chunk out of it. Or they might actually take the whole apple and, like, you know, crunch it in their gob kind of thing. But I've actually seen people holding that apple and, like, you know, kind of like that. Let's just say that this is the apple, and they've actually held it like that, and the horse is, like, taking a great big chunk out and just missed their fingers. I mean, shit, that could have bit my finger off, you know, kind of thing. Then the rest of the apple they just put down flat down, and then the horse takes the rest of it. But that's what I'm worried about feeding horses, you know. I just don't want to put an apple in my hand and fucking get my hand bitten off. Strange thing happened to me at the work site about 2 in the morning. This teenager, about 18, would say, come from nowhere, covered in dirt, with the strangest eyes I've ever seen, hoodie, etc. He said, "It's cold, isn't it?" and had a short conversation. Anyway, as he was walking away, he vanished completely. Might have been a ghost. Could have been a ghost. You know, there are actual... Well, actually, this is true, yeah. When was it? The other day, I can't remember if I was walking to the bus or I was on the bus. I saw about 4 people in front of me, yeah, right? Now, I wouldn't really take much notice, and this is honestly true, I swear on this, yeah. You know, it could just be my imagination. But when I tell stories, I'm being honest with you. I was walking down, and I thought I saw 4 people, and one of them had a dog, right? I can't say what dog it was, but it was a short black dog. And there's 3 other people, right? Now, I was just walking down. I kind of, like, glimpsed up, saw them. I glimpsed down again, because I had to, like, turn around and, like, adjust my backpack. And these 3 people walked up past me, but the other person with a dog didn't. And there weren't no side streets. So what happened to the guy with the black dog? Now I'm thinking, well, no car stopped. Only 3 people went past me, so where's the man with the dog? Really weird. And I'm being honest with you, that's what happened. I couldn't have imagined it. Because, I can't say what the guy looked like because I only saw the back of him. But I saw the dog right next to him. Now, I don't know if there's been any accidents where a man and the dog got killed on the main road. I don't know, but you saying that just brought that back to me because I wouldn't have even remembered it. It's only because when you said it disappeared, that's when it kind of hit me, thinking, well, where did the guy go? He couldn't have gone into the common because there weren't no pathways there. There weren't no turn-offs on the main road. No car stopped to pick him up. 3 people walked past me, but the other person, nowhere to be seen. And I thought, now, yeah, okay. I thought, weird, and I didn't think much more about it. So maybe that could have been a ghost. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to start seeing ghosts. Like Harry did say that they were sending down Anisham, or Anisham, a spirit person who's going to help me to see spirit people. Maybe I'm going to start seeing spirit people. I don't know, but there's a weird kind of thing happened. I'm standing there, walking. I've had to stop to adjust my backpack. Before I stopped, I saw 4 people, all adults. One was a male with a dog. I stopped, to turn around to make sure, I was adjusting it properly, and my metal detector was still in the back, and it wasn't sticking out or flopping down. And I pulled it up, and as I pulled it up, the people walked past me. 3 people, banged to the man and the dog. I thought, I've even looked behind me, to see if that person was with the other 3 people, and he wasn't. So strange things do happen, occurrences, I suppose. As I said, amazing. There weren't no side road. There weren't no footpath. There weren't nothing there. Or what was there was a fence where the horses were. Because that's why, when I got off, I actually got off the bus, the 463, at the tram stop. Now, the tram stop is probably, if you would have had to walk about 100 metres, 200 metres, between 100 and 200 metres down the road, and then turn right onto the tram stop. You couldn't have got down that quick, no way. I'd only turned round for about 5 seconds. Because the other people walked past me. So I had to kind of move over. And he couldn't have gone in the common because the common's all blocked off. You've got high, wide fencing. What is he, Bionic Man or something? Jumps over with his dog, Wouldn't have happened. Just weird, It's either a ghost of a man or a dog, or I kind of imagined it. And yeah, we do imagine things, It was a hot day, the sun can play with our minds. I'm not saying it was a ghost of a man and a dog, but I'm sure I saw it. It could have been my imagination, but I don't think it was. It kind of it's like when I saw him and the next minute he went there, I thought, what the fuck? Where did he go? Well, he didn't cross the road because there's too much traffic. There ain't no side entrance to that part of the wasteland where the horses are because the fencing's all too high to get over. Now you're talking the fence is about 6 foot. And he could have got down to the actual turning where you've got a little side turning where the industrial is, but that's 1,000 metres alone, 1,000 yards, not metres, yards. You would have had to take about a minute to actually walk down to that roadway to cross over and then go down to the tram stop. There wasn't no way, because when I walked down there, I had to go down past that road, down towards the tram stop, and walk along the tram stop. And when I got to that road, I looked down and he wasn't even down there. So I don't know. I'm not saying it was a ghost. It could have been. I just can't explain what happened to him. For I know, fucking UFO could have been flying above me and beamed him up, and I wouldn't have known about it. It's just like, things do happen, which is kind of like unexplainable. And sometimes it can be kind of like nerve-wracking, thinking, well, where the fuck did he go? Did I just see a ghost? No, I couldn't have done. Maybe it's the weather. But if it's the weather, why did I see 4 people and 3 walk past me? And they were proper, like, living people, because you saw them walk past and you had to move out of the way so they could get past. Because the pathway isn't that big. No, the pathway is made for like 2 people walking side by side. I had to move over closer to the fence for these 3 people to walk past me. Now, that's the second time it's happened, because the first time happened a few years ago when I was on a bus, when I saw that strange person wearing a red cloak, like the Red Riding Hood kind of cloak, walking down the road. And I thought, well, that looks a bit weird, boiling hot day like this and someone's wearing a red cloak. And whoever it was on the other side of the road. I was on the bus, I saw her, or saw the person walking down. There weren't no cars parked up because it was heavy traffic. And if any cars had pulled up, it would have caused like even more of a traffic jam. And, I saw this person walk down, red cloak, Red Riding Hood cloak kind of thing. I thought, weird. Oh. I kind of like looked down at the bus. I thought, that is weird. I've turned around to look again, and no one in sight, She could have got in her car, because I was looking at the cars that was going by. I looked behind, goes like, because as the bus was driving off, I thought, well, maybe the bus has gone past her. I'm looking behind that way. She went on the road. I'm looking the other side of the bus. She went on that side of the road. So whoever that was, I've got no idea. How someone was walking down the road in a red, kind of like Red Riding Hood costume, there 1 second, gone the next second, that's crazy. That's the first time I ever saw something like that, which I thought was like kind of strange and unusual. Now, why would someone walk down the road, in the boiling hot weather, wearing a Red Riding Hood costume? Unless they had like some kind of like fancy dress thing at school. But even still, if she was on that same side of the road, right, as I say, cars can't stop her there, because otherwise they get, if the traffic warden came along or the police came along, they would have got a ticket straight away. So the traffic's always ongoing. They're not allowed to park. They have to go into the school and pick up people, or park further up the road or further down the road. The only thing that can stop there is the bus. And on that side of the road, I only looked away for about 2 or 3 seconds. I'm thinking, that's a bit strange. That carried on walking. I would have seen her when the bus had continued up the road. One person walking, and a bus going like 20 miles an hour would easily gone past that person again within like seconds. But nowhere to be seen. That's twice I've seen something there. Really weird. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's dimensional. Because, spirits do go. I believe, the spirits are in a dimensional thing. What's happened to my chat? The whole chat starting disappeared on YouTube. What the hell? Guys, look, my whole chat disappeared. No, it's back. What the hell is going on? That is weird. Twice that's happened tonight. I thought the first time might just be, because internet lag. I'm not saying it is internet lag, but that's twice that's happened now. Really weird. I'll be honest with you, it was a childlike size. I swear on it. No, I don't need to lie. It was like a child size figure. It wasn't no adult size. It was like a childlike size in a Red Riding Hood costume. Really weird, kind of right. It did freak me out a little bit, actually. Not seeing it. As I saw it, I turned away. I'm thinking, bit weird. I looked up again, and it's nowhere to be seen. Thinking, whoa, that's kind of freaky, And it did freak me out, thinking, well, where the hell has that person gone? And I'm looking all the way around, and probably people thinking, what's he looking for, And I'm going like this. Okay, what's that? A ghost? Did I just see a ghost? Nah, you couldn't see a ghost. You saw something, though. Something weird. I kind of whoa, okay. And I kind of trying to brush off my shoulder, and it kept with me near enough the whole day, wondering who or what that was. What movie? There's a movie on. I don't know what this movie is. Oh, Stephen King's Thinner. Then after, Wrong Turn 6, Last Resort. You know what I'm going to have? The last couple of my little Maltesers. Just sorry, guys, I'll make you hungry. I've only got a few left. My last box. I had a kebab tonight for dinner. Still got the salad in the fridge, which I'll eat for tomorrow dinner. Yeah, I'm going to go in a minute anyway. I don't think I'll watch this dinner. Guy stuffing himself with food, making me more fucking hungry. Has anyone seen this film, Thinner? Kind of creepy. He gets really skinny and thin out in the end, don't he? Just washed away to nothing. Really weird. He's like eating if there's nothing another day. He's eating so much food right now. As if he ain't gonna live tomorrow. But really weird movie this is. Psychological thriller based on the novel by Stephen King. When a obsessed lawyer, Billy Halleck, accidentally kills a woman, he suffers a terrible curse at the hands of her father. So her father actually puts a curse on him because the guy in the movie was originally fat, and he's eating, and he gets skinnier as he keeps eating. But anyway, I'm going to shoot off here. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, it could have been that guy who was beaten up in the back of the van. Wouldn't be surprised, if he got killed at the back of the van. Well, I'm going to shoot off. I'll see you Tuesday. If I don't do a stream before then, I'll see you Tuesday. We'll do one with Rose's dolls, probably the blonde one, as I say, the one who doesn't like animals. But I will do a quick protection prayer for Tammy, put her in the hallway, and then we'll get on with it and see what happens. So until then, cheers for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Good night, bless, bye bye.